has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Welcome back to the Fan Awakens podcast. I'm Eli. I'm back here on my lonesome for the first time on the screen, but I'm not completely alone. No one's ever really gone, as they say. With me is young man Miguel. How you doing, Miguel?
I'm doing A-okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing great, actually, because I'm finally back to talk some Star Wars, and I'm back to talk Star Wars with you.
Yep.
Which I'm really excited for. As you can see, that's Miguel on his way to a casting for The Last Airbender. Which, you look good with the arrow, man.
Thank you.
So today for the show, we had talked a little bit about it the other day, but we really didn't get into, we talked about last time when I went to Celebration in Chicago, how, I wanted to cosplay, and it didn't happen that time around. But we had previously, before I think it might have even been before I was going to Celebration for sure.
Yeah.
We had tried to attempt to make a Luke helmet.
That
was a disaster.
That was a disaster.
That was really bad. But it was a fun process to try. Well, it was more frustrating than anything. But
yeah, I'll say it was very frustrating.
It was. I still enjoyed the process, and I think I still own that helmet. But but going to Celebration, I was just really motivated after that to try and get into cosplaying. And for me, the hardest part is starting, and especially with, I've been doing a lot of research, trying to figure out which costume would be the best avenue in. And it's not just cosplaying. I had my sights set a little higher. I wanted to do a costume that would be, good enough to get into the 501st Legion or the Rebel Legion, or, not the Mandalorian mercs. That's not going to happen. But so I was doing a lot of research yesterday, and we've come into this sort of this dilemma of what is it? Do I still want to make it into the Mandalorian mercs or, the 501st? And I do. The problem is how specific you have to be. So hats off to everybody who gets into that, because it's tough, man. They have really specific measurements and requirements. And I understand, they do a lot of charity work. And when you're doing these things, you want to look very accurate. And you want to be able to, transport not only yourself, but the other people who you're going to do these events for and whatnot, as if you're really part of the universe.
Yeah.
And, of course, that level of commitment is the reason why, the 501st Legion Stormtroopers got to be in The Mandalorian, which is super cool. But it's tough, man. It was a little intimidating getting to see, all the costumes and just like, and they're super helpful. They have great forums that tell you exactly each measurement, what you need to make it out of, how it needs to be finished, and all of that. But the point is, it's still a lot of work,
Yeah.
And it's not the work that I'm nervous about. It's just, I don't want to be 60 hours into this build only for it to, not
be right.
Not be right at all. Because there's a good chance that happens.
Yeah.
But what I thought we could do today is I thought we could sort of brainstorm what are some of the easiest and best paths for us to take, because I'm going to be doing a lot of the legwork and whatnot, but you are very creative, and I trust you as far as a builder, and I think that you're really a resourceful chap,
Mm-hmm.
And you've always sort of, we're both creative in our own ways, but you've always liked to do a lot of physical builds and things like that,
Yeah.
And that's why I'm glad that I have you and someone that I could, sort of bounce ideas off of and all kinds of stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So my initial thing is Rebel Pilot, because going to Celebration, they're awesome. I love seeing them walking around, all the Rebel pilots. They look legit, straight out of the movies. And I knew off the bat that'd be difficult, but it seems like the most rewarding at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to act like this is like the end-all, be-all of it all. Like, I know that I can make something and then go back and make that. It doesn't have to be my first costume. So I went to Reddit, and I was like, okay, what's the easiest costume that's acceptable? I saw a lot of people responding Jawas, which makes sense. I'm short, but I don't know if I'm that short.
No, you're not that short, pal.
I'd have to crouch down and be uncomfortable for a couple hours. I always like to joke that I always wanted to dress up as Chewbacca on Halloween, but I was too short, so I was an Ewok. But, so the next thing that came up was that really a Jedi is sort of a realistic option because there's so much leeway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you can be an original character, and when you're an original character, I mean, what can they say is wrong, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure it has to be certain fabric look, you know, you have to have a realistic look, and, you know, the boots have to be right, and all that sort of thing, but you definitely have more leeway than something that, I mean, when I was looking at the Rebel pilot, it was like there has to be a 0.25 inch, you know, separation between certain tubing that turns into a lesser space between the other tubing, and that's all. And you got to be pretty proficient as a seamstress, you know.
Yeah.
Which I was looking all weekend for my needles and I couldn't find any. I misplaced them, and I will tell you that my experience is pretty much just stitching very sloppily. Like if there's a rip, I can sew it, but
that's about it.
It's gonna hold. It won't look nice, but it'll hold.
Yeah.
From your end, what do you think? Is there anything that comes to mind for you? Because another one that I saw was pretty easy. Was oh my God, my bad for forgetting their name. But the troops that were aiding Han and Leia on the Endor siege in Episode 6, because really it's I mean the helmet is difficult-ish, a lot easier than the pilot helmet.
Yeah.
But you know most of it is like camouflage, which is honestly not bad.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is I don't really want to cosplay as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's sort of the dilemma. So what do you think? What do you think would be, you know, the best choice? Because they don't. I was like, man, I'm brown. You know, what can I dress up as? And I mean, they definitely want to be clear that they don't discriminate for anyone's, you know, race, creed, color, background, anything like that. So that's nice to know. But I don't know. I mean, I guess a Finn isn't a bad option. I don't know if that would be accepted. But I think Finn cosplay, yeah, it should be accepted, right?
Yeah, he's on there.
Okay, because that seems like it'd be pretty simple, you know, all things considered.
I mean, the jacket's pretty specific, though.
It is, yeah, and you got to make it, you know.
Yeah.
But there's all different sorts of, yeah. I think that if you can nail a jacket, I think you're set, right?
Yeah.
So the jacket's really the only problem, and I will take that jacket over a Rebel pilot's control panel and flak vest all day.
Mm-hmm.
Because the flak vest looks very intimidating. I was talking to a guy at Celebration who was talking about, it was actually two guys who were both dressed up, and they made their costumes, and they looked identical, but they made them completely differently. One guy had straws as the tubing. The other guy had some little pipes or pipe cleaners, and they used different stitching methods and even different material, even though they looked the same, you know, at even first, second, third glance. It wasn't until they really described what it was, which I don't remember what it was at this point. But I just think it's a cool community to be a part of. I'd love to do the community service work. That just seems like something that's pretty fulfilling.
Yeah.
But beyond all, I just want to have fun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And cosplaying is something that I've always admired. I never really, and I've always sort of fantasized about being able to do that, but I haven't taken a serious attempt at it.
Yeah.
That helmet was the closest we got to attempting at that, which was still a lot of fun. So before we get into the nitty gritty, I'm just asking you off the top, what would be a dream cosplay for you in the Star Wars universe?
Dream cosplay? That's really hard, honestly, because that's not like something I think about too often. But still, like I do. I do have one to share with you though. There was a couple, and Alan Tudyk talks about it all the time. I saw him interview there, which is awesome to see him live. But he was, you know, and someone was in the crowd. I love when people do the mocap cosplay with the stick. Have you seen those? Yeah.
With K2's head. But someone dressed up as K2 in a mocap, full-on K2 with mocap suit on and a stick with Alan Tudyk's head, which was awesome.
That's great.
I thought that was one of the coolest cosplays I saw. For me, my dream cosplay is Cad Bane.
Cad Bane, ooh.
Because out of all of Celebration, I only saw one Cad Bane, and it looked awesome.
Really?
Yeah, one Cad Bane, which I was shocked,
Very
you know?
interesting, yeah.
But I was glad there was one. And the funny thing is, up until I saw that guy, the whole time I was talking about, like, dude, where's Cad Bane? Where's Cad Bane? We got to have Cad Bane. And he finally showed up, which was cool. But that's my dream cosplay. Let me throw out a couple for you if you can't think of one off the top of the head.
I'm like, I really enjoy the beach troopers from Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have like the coolest helmets and everything.
Deploy the garrison.
A very unique color scheme compared to the other troopers. So I just think that'd be really cool.
You know what I'm looking at right now? I'm looking at my Rogue One poster I have on the wall, and dude, what a misstep! They have at the bottom of the poster. It's the official poster, you know. They have a bunch of stormtroopers waiting in the Scarif Ocean water, shallow water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're normal stormtroopers.
Oh, what the heck?
That seems like a misstep, right? Missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
It's still an awesome poster, but missed opportunity for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd also Commander Cody and Commander Bly would be a cool tandem.
Yeah, that would.
There'd be a lot of cool ones, but yeah, Cad Bane's my number one.
Nice.
So, I mean, out of the since we're on the topic of cosplay, so I'll go into some of the obscurity. I saw a Mickey Mouse, that was like sort of Jabba-esque, and he had a guy that was George Lucas, but he had a flannel bikini on. And it was like made of flannel, like all flannel, and he had the George Lucas beard and haircut and everything. It was disturbing, but it was also awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it was original, that's for sure. What else did I see? I saw some different ones. This guy had I saw a Tarful cosplay, which was really cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think that was the only Tarful I saw. Also, there's that guy that I always tell the story. It was my first night in Chicago. Or second night, but first day of the convention, and I was in the elevator by myself, and then this guy comes in, big guy. I mean, he looked exhausted, and I felt for the dude, and I was like,
I know.
yeah, and I was like, you okay, man? It's like, yeah, I just cosplaying all day as Templar Kylo Ren. I'm pretty exhausted, dehydrated. And I was just like, man, we're in like freezing temperatures right now, and this guy is sweating, you know?
Yeah.
Which, and I'm sure is worth it for all the interaction, all the pictures and stuff. And if there's one place to do it, it's there. But it was just funny seeing that, you know, I was all bundled up, and this guy seemed like he couldn't wait to like take everything off. You know, he didn't have his helmet on at the time, but
yeah,
it was cool. It was cool. So what do you, realistically for us though, I think a Jedi is doable.
Yeah, they have on there a generic Jedi.
On the Rebel Legion?
Yeah, whatever that website you sent me.
Yeah, that's Rebel Legion. You have the link with you?
Yeah, I'm on the website right now.
Okay. Because I'm going to show a picture of Luke real quick. This was originally what I was going for over here, which is pretty ridiculous for the people at home watching. I mean, it's great, but I think we should probably get some more experience under our belt before trying to tackle that. Because man, I read the whole thing in detail. You know, I wasn't trying to cut any corners there, but it's very specific. All the little pieces have to be perfect, and I understand it. I'm not knocking it, but it is what it is. But yeah, so generic Jedi can be done.
Yeah.
The problem is, do I want to be generic? Eli, the generic Jedi.
Yeah.
Codename Basic.
Come on. You'd be Lilo Ren. Come on now.
Lilo Ren, but then I'd have to go over to 501st, you know?
Yeah.
Lilo Ren. I'd have to change my name to What's the pH level that makes you basic?
Below 7.
Below 7?
Yes.
Okay, then.
No, that's a lie. It's above 7.
What?
I should know this, man. I should know this. It's above 7.
Above 7. Damn, below 7 would have been a cooler name. But above 7, I can deal with this. My Jedi name will be Above Savine. What do you think?
Wow.
That's pretty basic.
Yeah.
Nerd. That was like, that elicited a...
Yeah.
It did.
Maybe.
Above Savine. I'm basic. The basic Jedi. And I'll just like, my lightsaber will just be a plain rod with a green saber. But like the hilt will just be just plain, smooth.
Just plain metal.
Plain metal, one button. And the button will say press here.
Okay.
So number one option right now is plain Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Basic Jedi. You have a second option cooked up for us?
I mean, for us, not sure, but for me, I mean, since I already have my Old Republic lightsaber, I could go with generic Old Republic Jedi.
So it'd have to be generic New Republic Jedi.
Because they have, what's it called? For both, like, from Knights of the Old Republic generic Jedi.
So my question is, if I'm a Jedi, do I have to create my own hilt? Because that could be fun.
For lightsaber, no toy sabers, no ultimate effects short sabers. The lightsaber may be a static prop, still told me. Attached blades, LED lights, and sound effects are allowed but not required. Metal hilt lightsabers are preferred, though custom lightsabers constructed of other material are permitted.
Okay, so I think that'd be the most fun part of it, to be honest.
Yeah. And I can send you a couple videos about, custom lightsaber making that I've found on the internet.
Yeah, I took them myself while I was over at Galaxy's Edge.
No, I'm talking.
I know.
I'm talking people making stuff classic Lucas style.
Have you seen Jamie make custom lightsabers? Jamie Heineman? Not Jamie Heineman,
no.
Sorry, Adam Savage. I'm stupid.
I was going to say no.
Adam Savage, when he did that Kylo Ren cosplay recently? Or not Kylo Ren, but Knights of Ren?
Yeah. I didn't watch it yet.
He makes them both custom lightsabers, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool to watch.
Awesome.
But, the name is the Fan Awakens, the Force Awakens. Yes, we have a TIE fighter on the logo, but we're light side brothers here, Yeah. We're a Legion of Light Side factioneers, if you will. I just made that up. Can we use that? Factioneers? Can that be a thing?
I don't think that's a real word, but
like one day, if this podcast is something, could I make T-shirts that say Light Side Factioneers, and it's just you and I, like back to back, Bond style.
Factioneer is a word.
Oh shoot! What does it say?
It is a proponent of a faction.
Hell yeah, we're factioneers, baby. Light Side Factioneers. I want to post a picture of us today. And I'm just going to caption it Light Side Factioneers. Is that okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of this.
You know.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Light Side Factioneers. Say
Light
cheese.
Side Factioneers.
So, okay, so Jedi. Is there something outside of the Jedi that we have a realistic possibility of being able to create up to standards to get admitted into the club?
Let's see.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Literally none of those.
Uncle Owen.
Are we both Uncle Owen?
A tunic. I'll be a charred body. I'm already brown. I got a couple burns.
Let's see.
In the meantime, I'll show you all a nice little. Let's see, what do I got? Off topic, but have you watched Battle at Big Rock?
No, I haven't yet.
You got to. It's really cool. Only 8 minutes.
Okay.
And watch the credits.
Here's one that's not terrible.
All right. The laugh scares me.
Willroad Hood.
Come again?
Willrow Hood was a Cuban male miner who lived and worked on Cloud City. He worked for
I know him. I know who he is.
Yep. He's the ice cream maker guy.
I know. Dude, those are the best. Those are the best cosplays.
Hair, mustache, and sideburns are part of the entry requirements.
I don't know if I can do that. Dude. Okay, so the ice cream makers were one of my favorite cosplays, and you reminded me of my other one. You remember those Empire Strikes Back North Face or whatever collaborations that I wanted?
Yeah.
The crew jacket?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a cosplay group who they all had them, and they all dressed up as a film crew with like the boom mic and the camera and everything, and they were just like running around the whole time. It was like they're rolling like 10 deep, man. It was really cool.
That's a lot of money in one setting.
Yeah, it is. But it is pretty awesome. That was one that I really stuck with me for sure. My voice, it's feeling like, I don't know, like tired. I forgot my Capri Sun in the fridge, so no plug today. But Capri Sun, sponsor me, please.
Please. Excuse me.
No.
Oh.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight? R2-D2 or K2SO?
Depends on the setting.
Yeah, it does. K2SO is built to fight.
Yeah, like if they're in just like a room with nothing, K2SO, I think he's gonna win.
That's the thing, though. I don't know because he's got his move, man. If we're talking episode 3 R2, I think K2 might have the same fate. He's like, oh, get over here. And he picks him up, and then R2 hits him with that oil and that ridiculous jetpack.
Yeah.
But if not, I don't know. R2 scraps, man. R2 knows how to scrap.
Yes, he does.
You might hit him in his eye and then go for the ankles. He might hit off his mocap. Then it's R2 versus Alan.
Yeah.
I still don't know who would win.
And I think R2 would beat Alan.
I don't know. Alan might be witty enough to form a bond, a union, if you will.
Maybe.
Then they might conquer the galaxy together.
Perhaps.
Okay, so we've got Mr. Ice Cream Man, and we've got Generic Jedi. Look, if it gets me in, it gets me in. I'll be honest. You know what I really want?
What?
I want one of those button-ups. I want a patch. No, that's not what I want, but I don't know. It just seems cool.
Yeah.
Here's who I'm going to dress up as. I'm going to dress up as Dexter.
Right.
From episode 2.
Okay.
You remember him?
No.
Obi-Wan's friend that cooks at the diner, Dexter's Diner?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Ridiculous. Oh, man. Dexter's something else. I'm going to dress up as Pong Krell.
Okay. You know what's ridiculous?
What?
So I'm going through all these things. In the dignitary section, there's seriously 3 pages of just Padme costumes.
I believe it.
I didn't realize she had so many costumes.
Yeah, man. Lots of outfit changes. She might have she probably has the most outfits in the whole series, you know?
Yeah, I would not be surprised.
Seems like every other scene she's changing.
Basically.
Yeah, which is odd. I mean, it makes sense. It's not odd, but I guess it makes more sense because of like the prequels and how they were set. Like, yeah, she's always at home or like at her other home. Yeah. Is shirtless Anakin a cosplay option?
Perhaps.
Could I be let's see, who could I be a Gamorrean guard?
I think that'd be
501st.
decently hard.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Or could
Maybe.
I be Salacious Crumb, or am I too big?
You know, I think you're just a little too big, but you never know.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
I saw it wasn't for a celebration, but I saw a post recently from some cosplay with a person. You probably saw it. They cosplayed as the convention center.
Yeah.
What if I do that? Jesup's Anaheim Convention Center for next year.
Okay. Yeah.
You think so?
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
I'd help make that.
That'd be something. What if I dressed as the whole block? I got Disneyland, California, and the convention center.
That'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And it's all motorized.
Speaking of the block, have you seen Attack the Block?
Yeah, we've watched it together a couple times.
Oh. Oh, yeah, we did. It's been a while. It's been a while. You know. So I really want to, I'm going to try and put a poll up also eventually on what we should go for. Generic Jedi Ice Cream Man or height gifted Jawa. You know, it would give me an opportunity to be called tall.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that guy's tall for a Jawa.
For a Jawa.
But I'd cut that part off and like, wow, that guy's tall. He's still looking down on me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay, actually, you know what? No, we're going to retract. We have 3 options here. 3 real options.
Okay.
Generic Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Finn.
Uh-huh.
And Ice Cream Man.
Okay.
So those are our 3 main options. I think Finn is the one I'm most attracted to.
Yeah.
Because the character I like the most, you know, out of those.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite characters overall. But yeah, I think we could do Finn. Do I have to have the same hair, roughly?
I think so.
Do I have to get the line cut?
I don't know.
We'll see. Obviously, I don't have curly hair, but besides that, I think we can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Look, so jacket, I'm gonna start looking into that. Besides that, it's just like black cargo pants, right? And boots. And a black tee.
Let's check. I believe the shirt is long sleeve.
Oh, okay.
Then, yeah, the jacket is, as you know, his jacket. Shirt is athletic style black long sleeve shirt with round neckline. Shirt is worn untucked and the hem is just below the waistline but above the hips.
Well, damn.
Black denim cargo pants with flat pockets on front thighs, no visible buttons or zippers. Pant legs are tapered and close fitting at top of heel boot. Pants are weathered with light colored dust on front legs.
On some leg?
Front leg.
Oh, front leg. Okay. That's doable.
Then the boots. First order white stormtrooper boots or high top dirty white boots with 5 sections on front top. No visible closures. Shoes are heavily weathered. Boots may end just above the ankle as long as socks or skin is not visible when sitting.
Okay.
Then optional items. Luke, A New Hope, or Empire Strikes Back saber.
Yep.
May not be an action shot. Then EL-16 blaster rifle.
Okay, those are optional?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's doable, right?
probably.
I'd have to shave.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not married to it. I'm not married to the look. I
was.
I know.
For me.
I know. For me, this has just been an option of laziness. I'm trying to keep warm for the winter.
Yeah.
But look, the thing is, Finn is gonna happen now. I'm gonna start planning this thing today, heavily.
Okay.
And definitely, I want to be collaborators on this, you know. So I want to keep checking in with you, and are you down for that?
Yeah.
Awesome, and I think we can sort of track the progress on the account, the Fan Awakens podcast, which you can see at the bottom of the screen, conveniently. I'll make sure to put it in the video description as well. And I just kind of want to follow this journey of making this cosplay. So here we're gonna say it right now. Finn is gonna happen.
Okay.
And I gotta look up the deadline to get cosplays accepted because for a celebration you have to get your cosplay approved.
Yeah.
But I think for a Finn cosplay, as long as I don't bring a prop, I don't think I'd need to. But I want to make sure. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just a jacket and the clothes, that's just clothes.
Yeah.
So, but I would like to bring in either a saber or the blaster. So, I think that's a good option, man. I think we can get it done. Although, it might be funny, like, I mean, I don't know how viable that option is for doing, like, charitable work.
Yeah.
Because, like, me, like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
I'm Finn. I think my name's Fawn or the Fawns or something. The Fawns. The plane. If we make this happen and it gets accepted, and if I get granted entrance into the Rebel Legion because of this, I'll get a tattoo.
Oh, wow.
It'll be small.
Interessante.
It'll be small, and it'll probably be out of sight. You know what it's going to say?
What is it going to say?
It
ain't easy being cheesy.
It's going to be a word on each inside of my toe.
Oh, gross.
And it's going to say, the Force is with you.
Okay.
No. Oh, before we go, I have one more thing. Have you seen the Star Wars Adidas Crazy Boost and Ultra Boost, collaboration?
No.
Dude, I really want these shoes. I haven't gotten any Adidas Star Wars collaboration yet, and this one looks awesome. It makes sense. All the accents are great. Look up Adidas. Ooh. Dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, awesome, right?
Ooh.
So on the sole, I've never seen them customize a sole like that. They have the X-Wing on the sole. And this is for episode 9, you know? And on the back tag of the shoe, you know, the little loop, it says the Force will always be with you. They have the Jedi logo on the laces. There's a little metal Yeah, they got that. The colorway is Rebel Pilot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shoe I really want. I mean, I've been saying that I want to get back in the shoe game, but the shoe game's expensive, so it's more talk than anything. Because, you know, I used to really be into shoes. And that sort of changed after I got different goals, different aspirations, movies, you know. But those shoes are and so retail for those shoes are $180, so I assume they're still going to be $180. Just hard to grab.
Yeah.
But I think it's doable. And I think they release in October, maybe November. But what do you think, man? What do you rate those shoes before we get out of here?
Out of what scale?
Out of Pong Krells. Out of 8 Pong Krells.
I'm going to say those things are a solid 8 Pong Krells out of 8.
8 Pong Krells out of 8? We're going to take that to the bank. Nice. They're beautiful. So yeah, hopefully if I get those shoes, I swear I'm going to have it on my shoulder every show. I'm going to have my foot planted on this desk firmly. No. You know, I would do it right now, but I don't want to tear something. I'm going to pull my oblique somehow. I didn't stretch this morning. No, thank you for joining me for this episode, man. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, you were not here on the screen fluidly, but I felt like you were here because of this beautiful picture.
Thank
you just
you.
look so menacing. I just looked at you like that for the thumbnail. Oh, wait, you can't even see. Sorry. But no.
Wow.
Oh, shit. I dropped my phone.
I dropped my croissant.
You dropped your what?
Croissant.
Oh, okay. Well, look, here's the thing. We're going to get out of here. It's been a great time. You can follow us at the Fan Awakens podcast on Instagram. You can follow me at ELYLORen, ELYLO_Ren. You can follow that guy at Jalapena01, JALEPENA01, because he can't spell. But thank you guys.
Never gonna let that go, are you?
We'll see you next time.